Hillsborough, and it presents a truly colourful spectacle of the 11,000 Roligans, as the Danish supporters are known, banked behind the goal away to our right, and the Portuguese in their red and green at the Leppings Lane end of the ground. Here is Rui Costa, one of the Italian-based Portuguese stars, but dispossessed and straight away picked up for Denmark with Laudrup involved. The two Laudrups here, and there is Brian Laudrup. The Danes playing with three centre-backs, Mark Rieper, Jesu and Jens Riesiger, and a very fluid formation. Portuguese very adaptive, attacking from the back and breaking as Dimas does there. Feeds Rui Costa. Support straight away down the right from Paulino Santos, and he hits the ball across, and it was met by João Pinto, but he was unable to control it. The Danes in the change strip of all white. Straight away attack down this right-hand touchline. Feeds the ball into the space, but control not so good on that occasion. And the first free kick awarded by the Dutch referee, Mario van der Ende, against Ipswich Town's Klaus Thompson. Considerable English interest in this game, with the likes of Peter Schmeichel playing, of course, Mark Rieper from West Ham United. And the Portuguese goalkeeper, Vitor Baía, wearing a baseball cap. The sun a little bit low here at Hillsborough. It's a beautiful evening. Glorious conditions for football. Clipped out that way to Paulino Santos once more, and a sensible ball inside the area, but Schmeichel comes, doesn't gather it cleanly. And the clearance will be effected by Jesu. With wayward passes. Really slack piece of work in defence there. Almost let in Rui Costa. Very un-Danish-like that, the two players leaving the ball to one another. And Rui Costa attempted the clip over the top of Schmeichel, but not too much elevation on it. Rui Costa from Fiorentina, but there is rumour he may return to Benfica shortly. Way through to Mikael Beck, the latest goal-scoring sensation in Danish football, and he's lofted a nice ball across to Brian Laudrup. Across from him too, met by Brian Stoone-Nielsen, but only deflected away. But the contrasting styles of these two countries, the way they play, should make for a very entertaining contest. Hold up here, as we see again Laudrup's cross there. Stoone-Nielsen got it all wrong. Got a hold up because having to have some tape removed from the playing area. Some streamers on the pitch, which the referee has taken exception to. Luciano. Dimas, South African-born defender in this Portuguese side. More recent additions to it. It's a beautifully angled and a beautifully weighted pass from Paulo Sousa. And good work out there from Paulino Santos, who'll have a free kick out of this. By Rissing, but he's spoken to for the time being by the Dutch referee without any more disciplinary action being taken. The tone so far seems to be for referees to take an abundance of cards later in the game. The chance of the cross here for Portugal. Switch from right to left, and nobody had noticed, and he feeds the ball into the area that came from his brother Michael, and out for the first corner of the game for the Danes. And their supporters are massed behind this goal, so what a roar there would be if they were to score the first goal here. And they've plenty of men up. It's away by Koto. A spectacular leap by Joe Pinto. Kick is Denmark's. Joe Pinto has almost gone the wrong way. I think he thought he'd won the free kick. Michael Laudrup poised to float this one in. Thompson disputing space already with Helder as Michael Laudrup clips it through, and I think it was missed by everybody. It was. Santos, who's got forward to good effect so far, and he hits a hopeful long ball, and it's a good one too for Rui Costa to chase. The Danes have been extremely relaxed in training. Open house, anybody who wanted to watch them could do, anybody who wanted to talk to their players could do. That's the way they are, the Danes. A challenge here by Henrik Larsson. Larsson very much the hero 4 years ago. Flicked by Dimas for Joe Pinto. And another foul. Mark Reaper, the offender. At least the Dutch referee so far been consistent in not showing any yellow cards. Pinto was going away from goal, and maybe it was a little theatrical for the referee's liking. But Portugal do have the free kick. Swung across for Schmeichel to punch clear. There's a neat little flick to open the way for Oceano to attack, and that's more convincing defending from Yesu. Michael Laudrup, Danish captain. And there's a skirmish here, and in fact a yellow card will be produced this time for Oceano. So the Dutch referee hasn't had to wait long. A smile from Michael Laudrup. There was the push in the back. And in fact, it's Paulinho Santos. And then Oceano got tangled up on the ground. And Oceano was indeed the one who was cautioned. Seems quite happy about it. Denmark's free kick. Knocked in for Beck, who's good in the air, but he was beaten by Dimas on that occasion. Joe Pinto. Good movement about the Portuguese, and always Paulinho Santos takes up good positions down that right-hand side. They've three in the middle waiting, but it's a disappointing cross. All very well, creating the space for yourself, but you have to deliver the goods on the end of it. Couto just got a little underneath that header, and Larson contests the ball, which should be kept in here by Laudrup if he'd have chosen to do so. Trip on Helvig. Dimas looks an uncompromising character. One of the few who's not come through the youth system in Portugal. So this is Brian Steen-Nielsen. Just ushers the ball down the line for Brian Laudrup. Almost invites him to take on the Portuguese defence single-handedly. Neat clip through. Steen-Nielsen now. And Fernando Couto's clearance. They're getting themselves in a bit of a tight corner there, but it will be a goal kick. Danes playing with just that one man there, Mikael Beck up front, so he's got to do a lot of running tonight, but it's becoming rather cooler now. Pleasingly so, really. Well read by Helder. And a neat touch from João Pinto. And João Pinto continues to skip down that right-hand side. Tests himself against Reaper. Good challenge. Luciano. Portuguese all comfortable on the ball. Last a little flick, would have looked audacious, but it didn't come off. Give away from Luciano. Looks like a good crowd at Hillsborough tonight, one of the better ones so far. Many more in here tonight than there were at Ellen Road for the game this afternoon between Spain and Bulgaria. And two sets of fans who make plenty of noise. And they'll make even more as the night progresses. Back with no support at all there. That could be a problem for the Danes. They've got to get people up in support of Mikael Beck. Danes have never beaten Portugal in 5 previous meetings. They've only scored 1 goal. Oh, that's a lovely ball, and there's a block, and a deliberate block too by Riesiger, and he will be shown a yellow card. It's a lovely ball played through from Sousa. Riesiger is the first Danish name in Mario van der Ende's book. Not Steen-Nielsen, as your caption said, it was indeed Vince Riesiger from the Brombury club. Now the long-haired figure of Fernando Couto can really hit these. As though it's going to be teed up for him, and here he goes, comes back off the wall, still the chances there, and here's the final shot, which drifts a couple of feet wide from Rui Costa, but they are queuing up to hit the ball from that sort of distance. João Pinto initially got involved, and Rui Costa really hammered that. Rising all the time, but rising wide. But if anything, there's perhaps been more fluency about the Portuguese than there has about the European champions so far. Denmark's preparations are much different, of course, to those 4 years ago. And as so often quoted, they came off the beaches to play and win in Sweden. Good anticipation shown by Beck, and Dimas could do no more than bring him down. Beck working back well. Reaper, West Ham United defender. They weren't reading one another's minds there. Reaper, who played 31 consecutive international matches recently, a Danish record. Helder, who loves to break from the back. This time it's Luis Figo. Nielsen. And now Helveg. Locked up again, you see Beck is a lone man up there. And he commits the foul too. That's the annoyance of the Danish supporters. But you really do feel that Beck is very much a lone runner. Just surrounded by red shirts. Set to be on his way to Middlesbrough very shortly. In excess of £1 million. And contractual terms have been sorted out. His German second division club. This is good running from Rui Costa. And a nice ball he's played in here for João Pinto, but he's given offside. Rui Costa has that ability to run at and past defenders. And it was a close call. João Pinto said to be a target for Manchester United. He was once a target for Liverpool. Helveg. Some good running by Laudrup, but he'll do well to keep this in. The sort of service Brian Laudrup requires. Figo. It's a lovely ball again for João Pinto. He'll have support from behind from Oceano. Doesn't need him for the time being. They required a good clearing header from Yasu. And he's played a good ball inside for Thompson, who'd found some space there for once in the Danish midfield. There he is back in a more familiar role. His career really has blossomed in Scotland. And threads a lovely ball through, but much of that was down to the running of Larson. A sloppy cross, really, from the right back, Helveg. Coming up to 20 minutes played. This man, Rui Costa's probably had the best shot of the night so far. Lifts the ball through in here. It's just going to be too far. Plenty of ideas, though, the Portuguese at the moment. They really have developed well under Antonio Oliveira. No fewer than 11 of the squad having played in the World Youth Cup successes, of which Portugal have had 2. Now Sapinto. The back pass, and it's clattered by Vitor Bayer straight against Mikkel Beck. And here comes Laudrup, and he could tee up his brother Michael. And Brian Laudrup doesn't need to tee up his brother. That's a terrific tonic for Portugal. A blow against Portugal for the Danes. Tonic for Denmark, but Brian Laudrup there taking advantage of that mistake from Vitor Bayer. Now watch the goalkeeper here. He cracks the ball against the head of Mikkel Beck. It's picked up by Brian Laudrup. His thinking is exceptional here. He could have pulled the ball back to his brother. Instead he cuts inside and cracks it way past Vitor Bayer in the Portuguese goal. And it's just the boost that Denmark, the champions, wanted. And he shows great presence of mind here, Brian Laudrup. Beats the keeper on his near post. 22 minutes played, 1-0 Denmark. Brian Laudrup. Well, it's his 12th international goal. He didn't score in the finals 4 years ago, and of course Denmark went on to become the champions, but he's made his mark tonight. Dimas, intelligent ball down the line, Figo. Rui Costa. Cristiano. Oh, and another yellow card being shown here. And that, well, if that's Cristiano, he's already had a yellow card. This is going to be interesting. What is the referee going to do here? Well, it's... Well, definitely. It's a free kick for Denmark. The referee put his yellow card back in his pocket. Free kick for Denmark. Cristiano shown a yellow card. We thought he'd been shown earlier, obviously not. Danes are starting to play a bit now. This is Larsson, and he's body checked. And there could be more problems here. It's Paulinho Santos. And I think it may well have been Paulinho Santos who was booked earlier. And Peter Schmeichel has come all the way down to the touchline to remonstrate with his bench for some reason or other. Confusion abounds for the moment. Cristiano was the only player booked in that last incident, and it is his first booking, so we are told it was not him earlier. That was misleading information earlier. But what is important is that Denmark have a free kick in a very handy position here, and Laudrup knocked it in, but too high. informed now that it was indeed Paulinho Santos who picked up the first booking and not Luciano. But here come Portugal themselves on the counter, and the ball is knocked in for Figo, who'll turn, and the cross and over the top. Well, Luis Figo found himself in good position here. The ball knocked into him by Sapinto, who turns inside Reaper, just can't keep it down. And again, Portugal concede possession in a dangerous area. Figo, he's got strength and he's going to get a free kick out of this as well. I think we're going to see a few more bookings tonight before we've finished. Interesting to see how the Portuguese respond now to that goal from Laudrup. In the past, their heads may have gone down. We'll see if there's a little more metal about this side. And here certainly is a shot which cannons away off a defender. Corner kick from that shot from Fernando Couto, Palma player. This is Portugal's opportunity. Up goes Helder. He's got plenty of muscle. Short for Japinto. There's the longer one in. And Fernando Couto was in there going for it, and he's got a bang on the head for his troubles. He's sensibly left the field of play, so he's not offside. There are two in the middle waiting. Away by Reaper. Fernando Couto can now have treatment if he needs it. You see on the left of your picture, just feeling the bump on the head. He said he's all right to continue. And again, Portugal will have a free kick here. Risiga, the offender. Couto's sore head will be okay now if he can get on the end of this. The Portuguese have four men inside that penalty area. It's away, but only as far as Rui Costa. Sousa. The Danes now have every single player behind the ball. Sousa chips it forward. Knocked into the area too, and big man Helder had stayed up there. That's a lovely piece of skill. These Portuguese can certainly play. Rui Costa again shows what he can do, and if he can turn here, the chances are coming thick and fast, but they're not able to take them. Figo's final shot blocked, and credit the Danes for getting bodies behind the ball. Rui Costa. Again, Dimas making the run down the left, and he's resourceful, and he's tripped on the edge of the area, and now Helvig will be the latest recipient of a yellow card. Well, I was saying chances are coming thick and fast, so are the yellow cards. It's Risica, Helvig, Paulinho Santos and Oceano. Two dismissals at Ellen Road this afternoon. It's got to be odds on we're going to get one here tonight. Denmark lead by 1-0. Portugal have this free kick. And it's from Rui Costa. Tries to whip it through. And a good reaction to keep that ball away. It looked for a moment as though it was going to get past Peter Schmeichel. Interesting variation of a free kick. Some annoyance on the face of the Manchester United and Denmark goalkeeper. I doubt we'll see that again in a moment, but for the time being, Portugal build again. João Pinto, corner. Schmeichel gives the impression too of being rather livid with those men in front of him. Up goes Helder again. Portugal winning plenty of corners, and Schmeichel wins plenty of ball as always. And a big roar goes up from the far end of the ground. Portuguese fans who are able to admire Schmeichel at the moment from close distance. Half an hour played, Denmark in front. Sapinto, excellent close control. Turns Steve Nielsen. Sousa waits. Goes to Figo. Dimas now can hit them. It's Thompson who got in the way. Now Rui Costa, who's very fleet of foot. The Portuguese don't deserve to be behind, in all honesty, at the moment. Well, Schmeichel really kept his side in front a moment ago. It was a good reflex stop with the left hand. It was certainly destined for the net. And the irony is in this game that there's been much talk about the two goalkeepers, and that Vitor Pereira is certainly number 2, perhaps in the world even, to Schmeichel. But it was his error that eventually gifted the lead to Denmark. Schmeichel has done nothing wrong. Could be the difference between the teams on the night. The Portuguese are playing some lovely football, but they do so again here now, and this surely could well be the... Oh, Schmeichel makes the save again from João Pinto, who looked a certain scorer when he weaved inside the defender. This is Larsson running his team out of trouble. Portugal have played some excellent football in the last few minutes. And they've prized open the Danish defence, certainly on more than one occasion. And probing again now. Schmeichel is a very busy man back there. This was the latest intervention. João Pinto, lovely control. He cut back inside who there. He fancied his chances. Schmeichel is a big man. He's a tremendous goalkeeper too, but he doesn't approve his own clearance there. Sets himself very high standards. He's another who likes to dart forward quickly. Rui Costa, almost an excellent ball again. It took the outstretched boot of Hu to clear the danger. Hu being Yesu, and there's also a substitute called Larsson for Denmark. Laudrup, oh, those lovely skills of Brian Laudrup. He just drifts so effortlessly past defenders. This is why it's such a fascinating game. Laudrup can weave his way in and out. And that is so important on the counter-attack. Next throw. Highly confusing bounce of the ball. And eventually it comes out Portugal's way. Sousa. Time for Figo here. Oh, lovely dummy, Rui Costa. He knew exactly where Dimas was, and here's a curling cross, which didn't pose a problem. Rui Costa, just 24 years of age, cost £5 million. He was transferred from Benfica to Fiorentina. Helped his side win the Italian Cup this season. Certainly gifted players out there tonight. One of them there, Michael Laudrup. And Beck will keep it in, and Larsen will keep it in rather. Beck's the one in the middle. Oh, Helder did the hard part and then presented the ball to Laudrup. Brilliantly done from one Laudrup to the other. Block by the man who made the original mistake. Joe Pinto, terrific play. And he might be muscled out of this by Thompson, and I think he got rather frustrated. What a good player he is. And the Portuguese are going to make a substitution. It won't be Joe Pinto, I'll tell you that. He is a good player. But they are taking off Oceano, and that must be a tactical switch. Replacement Antonio Follier. Follier, who struck the winning goal in Dublin against the Republic of Ireland a few days ago. Minutes of highly entertaining first half remaining. A bit tough. That's a reasonably good tackle from Thompson, but the lines were signalled. The referee blew the whistle. I think the Portuguese have probably had more free kicks than Denmark. Sousa. Again, it's the running into space which is so good, and this is Figo. What a pity the finish didn't match the approach. Figo's fitted in well at Barcelona, unlike one or two other foreign stars. Really sold the dummy there to Hu. And slashed it a long way out of range. And they're finding space through the middle very well. This is Figo. Rui Costa's gone ahead. Paulo Sousa. Again, they rather left that to one another. So this time, Laudrup has gone offside. Well, is the greatest Portuguese footballer of all time. He really came to the fore, Eusebio, here in England in 1966 with some stunning goals in the World Cup finals. This little player's making a name for himself tonight. Yet another free kick won by Joe Pinto. They do say about him at Sporting Lisbon that there's Joe Pinto, at Benfica rather, Joe Pinto and 10 other players. Follier. He's the traditional left winger, very left-footed, but he's very tricky. Look at that, everything was on the left foot, still is. Kept possession well, and now it's Rui Costa. He goes on, spins away for Michael Laudrup. Oh, and he's caught down with a scything challenge, and that certainly will be a yellow card for Sapinto, the 5th of the night, and the second he'd committed the sin He knew what to do. He raised the hand, not in innocence, but in apology. So 3 Portugal and 2 Denmark players already booked, and we've only had 40 minutes play. Pinto, he's the one from Sporting Lisbon. João Pinto from Benfica. Time, and this does enable Denmark to get men forward quickly, and the 2 Laudrups are there again, and here is Michael Laudrup. He could make it 2. Again they get bodies in the way, and then Beck can't finish it off. And it was Dimas who was there on that occasion. Well, they did used to say that the 2 Laudrups didn't play well together in the same team, but they're not doing too badly tonight. Operating through the middle as opposed to a younger brother down the flanks. Portugal have certainly had their share of attacking and are a little lucky to be behind. Follier. That Pinto is the 5th man to be shown a yellow card this evening. The Danish fans who are singing at the moment, but Portugal have every right to believe that they can get back into this contest. They've played well enough. And that time Laudrup's dummy didn't work. Dimas was right there behind him. Rui Costa can hit them, and Rui Costa misses by a foot. He's a lovely player going forward. He's got a good shot on him as well. He weaved his way into the space, hit it well enough. It eluded Schmeichel's right hand. Schmeichel had his angles right, and that's why it went the wrong side of the upright from Portugal's point of view. But Rui Costa has served real notice of intention tonight. He's had a couple of, well, he's had 4 shots, one of them on target. And he can count himself unlucky. That's good refereeing. Laudrup had the advantage. And the referee waved play on. And then when he loses it here now, against Helder's challenge, he is awarded a free kick. Brian Laudrup will continue to win many free kicks with his style. Steve Nielsen, the quiet man of this Danish midfield, is the one who's lining this up. So too sure in his own mind, I think, what to do here, but he maybe when he hits it. There's only a 2-man wall in front of him, but he still managed to hit them. .60 seconds in the half remaining. Costa. To Figo, to Sapinto, back to Figo. So much movement and running about the Portuguese. These little 1-2s. Seeking out a yard of space. Follier. Down he goes. Thompson's challenge, free kick. Well, that's why Thompson's in there. Preferred today to Kim Vilfort for Denmark. But he has conceded this free kick in a position from which the Portuguese can profit. Again, the shaggy-haired Fernando Couto has come forward, so he might fancy his chances. Helder might as well. This is Helder, and it soars high into the Portuguese fans behind the goal. Well, Helder's got a couple of goals for Portugal, but that was never going to be number 3. Maybe the last action of the half, this. The electronic scoreboard does show 45 minutes played. I can hardly recall the stoppage. Thompson forward languidly. The Danish fans would be only too happy to hear the whistle now, especially as João Pinto goes forward again, but when he's dispossessed this time, it's Laudrup who picks it up. Steen Nielsen. Paulo Sousa. The referee, I thought, was about to raise the whistle to his lips there, but then he one look, saw the Portuguese were moving forward promisingly, but now he does have a blast on the whistle. That's half-time at Hillsborough, and Brian Laudrup's excellent strike separates the two countries. A mistake by Vitor Baía, the Portuguese goalkeeper. I wouldn't say gifted the goal to Denmark, but it was certainly snapped up with some aplomb by Brian Laudrup, and that's why at half-time here it's Denmark 1, Portugal 0. Defending champions, a trifle fortunate to be ahead at half-time. Portugal have certainly played well enough. Their approach play has been exemplary, but that man Peter Schmeichel has been a huge barrier to them. And here he is now with his first clearance of the half. There was one moment when Schmeichel came right to the touchline on halfway to remonstrate with his own bench, to plead for something. Heaven knows what. And the first free kick of the half, awarded by Mario van der Ende, is to Denmark, Henrik Larsson. Fernando Couto said to be another target possibly for Alex Ferguson and Manchester United. Laudrup, lovely chip in there for Larsson, couldn't really control his header. The Portuguese were just caught sleeping momentarily. Santos. Helder. Paulo Sousa. It's a good, incisive pass for Figo. Too far for this little fella, João Pinto, who was one of the outstanding players in the first 45 minutes. Oh, Beck's got it well there. Well, this clearance actually struck Michael Laudrup. Got away with it. Tabaya. Steen Nielsen for Laudrup. Goes round in circles and still manages to come out with the ball. Trying to feed it for Helveg. Oh, he does really well to win that one, Helveg. Michael Laudrup, the dummy. Steen Nielsen, the shot. Back off Fernando Couto. Beck. It's too tight. Beck with 3 goals in his first 6 internationals for Denmark. Is very much a blossoming talent. This was very enthusiastic and excellent work really by Helveg. Wound up the dummy. And when it came to Beck, he shot mark. Southampton. Sousa. Sliced straight up in the air. Pinto can't afford to remonstrate with the referee. He's already been cautioned. Any dismissal means a player automatically misses the next game. Offside. Sousa. They're offside at the other end. Folia. Southampton. He's trying to outstrip Riesiger here. He's done pretty well, and it's a nice cross he's laid over. There's Thompson who's scuttled back. Reaper. And Reaper who's had to clear the danger. Found its way out to that far side for Dimas to stroke the ball onto Folia. Climbed so well. Sousa. For João Pinto. Breaks handily this time for Paulinho Santos. Portuguese with many men forward here. Figo. And again it's Larsen who's done well really. He's come back and won some important ball for the Danes. And that's a lovely one laid forward for Beck, who was inside his own half. He was well onside. And there's a free kick. Sousa, the aggressor this time. Another withering look from the 25-year-old Paulo Sousa from Juventus. Helped them in the European Cup, of course. He's thoughtful about that free kick. Foley to Figo. Santos. There's a gap here for Rui Costa to try and exploit. Yasu going all the way with him. It was the centre-back who did some good work there. preventing Rui Costa getting outside of him. Paulinho. It was Yesu who rescued the team. One round to the other. Michael to Brian, and this is where the Danes look so menacing. There's a break being made through the middle. The tackle was good. Now, will the break be just as good? Tackle on João Pinto. It's been picked up by Figo, and here is Sá Pinto! 1-1. The Portuguese get their just desserts. The whole team comes to the touchline to be congratulated by the coach Antonio Oliveira. Sá Pinto scores for Portugal, deservedly so. Slack defending, it has to be said. There's the ball, which is cut in by Antonio Folha, and Sá Pinto with a deliberate header beats Schmeichel. Schmeichel looked in unbeatable mood tonight, but Sá Pinto's header is accurate enough, powerful enough, good enough. 1-1. No more than Portugal deserve, and Sá Pinto has his first international goal at a crucial time. 53 minutes played, and we're back all square. And yet this game is good enough to promise more goals. Always a fatal thing to say for a commentator, but really is an excellent match. And here goes that man again. He's enlivened the occasion. João Pinto. Tremendous running again by Folha. They really are stretching the Danish defence, and have done all evening, Portugal. Very promising display from them. Bobby Robson has said, and he should know, that they can reach certainly the semi-finals. It's his belief. They're playing with some panache at the moment. And it's Denmark rarely having to chase the game. Yet they can hit on the counter, as we know. Schmeichel's clearance again overhit. Says he enjoys playing at Hillsborough, but he's not enjoyed the last couple of minutes. Helder forward now. Dimas. Big, powerful man. He's gone 30 yards already. Again, loud booing by the Portuguese fans in reaction to Schmeichel's clearance. But the Portuguese coach delighted to be back in the game. The longer it had gone at 1-0, the more difficult life would have been. Folha switching to the right flank. João Pinto to Sá Pinto. He's got around Rissiger. Now here they come, those white shirts driving forward, and the race is really on here. Laudrup tries to get the ball into Beck. There were 5 red shirts against the 1 white then. Muller Nielsen. Coach was not happy about, I think it was the challenge, one of the Portuguese defenders. It's Figo, a powerful man. They've got some very powerful players. There's another of them, Sousa. Third of the foreign base players, Rui Costa. possession for long spells of the game at the moment, Portugal. Here goes Paulinho. Carried all the way and fouled by Beck. I think he felt that was worthy of a yellow card. Oh, and in fact, the yellow card is being shown to Paulo Sousa because of his protest. Well, I've got to say that's somewhat inconsistent. The foul there was by Beck on Paulinho. Paulo Sousa spoke out of turn. There's some inconsistency in refereeing standards. I tend to sympathise with the player. Set bookings on the night, 2 goals so far, plenty of incident, plenty of good football. That's some outstandingly good football. Just what the European Championships needed. Helder was in sharply there, won the ball very well. Here goes Foglia, and Foglia attempts a chip, but it's got to be rather more accurate than that to defeat Schmeichel. Lovely play, Michael Laudrup, beautiful play. There's been so much to admire on both sides this evening. Two sides playing at the top of their game. Thompson less than impressed by Riesiger's lack of running. Of pass this time, it's read by Helveg. Goes down in an untidy heap. Probably complaining that he wasn't allowed to get anywhere near the ball. Sometimes you have sympathy with players in those situations. It looks to me as though Portugal are going to make another substitution in a minute. And now it's Riesiger and Laudrup. Thompson. Brian Laudrup, that was a superb piece of skill there. Really sold Dimas the dummy. Now Dimas gets his own back. Rui Costa. Joe Pinto. And still, the outstretched boot of the Ipswich Town man does the job. Now Thompson finds the ever willing Laudrup. He just waits there, pleads for the ball. Pinto. Portugal are sensing that they've got every chance to win this match tonight because they're about to bring on another striker in Domingos. Rui Costa, Joe Pinto. Foglia. Can't get the ball, Denmark, at the moment. This is Figo. They really have retained possession beautifully. This is Dimas. Can't remember the last Danish player to touch the ball. It wasn't a great ball in, but he's, oh dear, he skied that one almost into the city centre. Fernando Couto. 2 bites at the cherry, and neither of them very good. And here is that Portuguese substitution. So Figo is sacrificed from a midfield role for the introduction of the man who was the top goal scorer in Portuguese football last season, Domingos. — 26 goals in all. He's got 7 for his country. One tonight could be decisive, but it's Denmark in the shape of Steen Nielsen now. Rissiger. One of those who was booked in the first half. British support has been a little bit muted as Portugal have taken not quite a stranglehold on the game, but certainly enhanced their prospects. The foul is given. It's one again by Beck. Carlos Sousa will have to be very careful after that. Having just been cautioned. Sometimes the Danes take these so sharply, they try to catch the opposition out before they're really organised, and in fact Michael Laudrup is doing just that. And this time Vita Bayer is found from his goal in good time. Dimas. Rui Costa. Outstanding player he's been, Folha. Domingos has kept it in initially. The second time. Almost 20 minutes played in the second half at Hillsborough. Is in the balance at the moment, this game, as Reaper hits the long ball for Larsen to collect. Covered all the way by Helder. That was good enough for Portugal to win the ball back. When they make tracks in the opposite direction, they do so sharply. Domingos. Into the space goes João Pinto, and theatrically bowled over by Thompson. Says he was winning the ball. He is a handful, João Pinto, though. The referee was not to be fooled. Portugal nonetheless have a corner kick. With Folha giving the signal, it's too flat. Minutes remaining, we're all square. Here is Rui Costa. It's offside, down to them. Foley does get into good attacking positions, but he was inevitably offside there. He only won a regular place in his club side this last season. So he's progressed rapidly. There is somebody who's been around a long time, Michael Laudrup, due to go to Japan at the end of this European Championships, but he's given possession away in a dangerous area there. And Folha fumbled it. Laudrup attacking. The ball seemingly glued to the toe end. Given away by both sides there, and now Laudrup is onside. There's only Beck in the middle. He tries to find him. It wasn't a quality cross from Brian Laudrup that time. Oh, that is a quality knockdown by Domingos. Superbly done. Eventually, Denmark emerge with the ball. For Yesu, who's racing up there to get onto the end of Laudrup's return ball. And here in some space is Michael Laudrup. Would have been cheeky, but offside anyway. pass there, the audacity. Quite get it past the central defender. Wouldn't have counted. Portuguese have already used 2 of their substitutes. Haven't seen fit to use any, but away goes Sao Pinto now, pursued all the way by Risiger. There's no bad ball in either from that angle. And here he's onside, Sao Pinto, and Schmeichel's reactions like lightning again. How many times has he saved them tonight? He is off his line in a flash here. Look how quickly Schmeichel is away to spread himself and make life awkward. But this Sao Pinto here, a terrific player. Well, they say he's the best in the world, Peter Schmeichel, and he's out to prove so tonight. The amazing thing is he's been beaten once. Sao Pinto has certainly given a good CV for himself this evening for any would-be admirers with a chequebook handy. On the bench, so 2 Who's, 2 Laudrups, 2 Nielsen's. Portugal will say, thank goodness there aren't 2 Schmeichels. And again, Becker's got a free kick out of that situation. Already taken for Michael Laudrup to attack. Who? Either of these sides capable in the last 21 minutes of scoring the goal that could win the points. It seems to have just slowed a little in the last few minutes. Accuracy of passing not quite there. It's like starting all over again. Portugal having got that equaliser. A hopeful ball lofted up there for Mikael Becker. He knocks it down for Larsson. Well, he was hitting the target 4 years ago. I don't think you'll want to see that replayed too often. Nicely knocked down to him by Beck, who's a prodigious leap. Dane's top scorer in Germany. Sweden 4 years ago. Follier. He's headed away acrobatically but straight to Sao Pinto. This is Follier. And he looks for a free kick and he's awarded one. Very much, he says, to the Dutch referee. Larsson has conceded this free kick, and Portugal will inevitably send up the likes of Fernando Couto. Got a great deal of height. Elder's probably the other tall player, and headed away. No danger from that. Doubt as to whose throw-in that was, but eventually the Portugal say they'll take it. It was a foul one. It was almost as though he didn't want it. And Sao Pinto could believe there that he was being allowed to take that throw-in. Schoolboy error. Rui Costa. Helder. Domingos. Dimas. Folia. Here comes João Pinto. Off. And down he goes in a heap. And a yellow card is shown by the referee to the Portuguese striker. Well, a shake of the head from João Pinto. The referee considers that he overdid it, that he was trying to win a penalty. There was contact with Reisiger. Let's have a look from this angle. He put an arm across. But, João Pinto is the recipient of the yellow card. That's 5 now for Portugal on the night. In that respect, they are leading. Schmeichel, one of the longest clearances in the game, right onto the head of Helder. 17 minutes remaining. 1-1 is the score. Round about this time, the players start to think about whether a draw is going to be good enough, and they won't overstretch themselves in being overly ambitious. Enjoying the first game is quite satisfactory often. Turkey's game against Croatia, the next one coming up in this group. That's a nice little knock through here. Steen Nielsen. Here's the good chance for Laudrup, and the save made by the foot of Vita Bayer. What an intelligent ball it was from Steen Nielsen, though. And what would we say, 7, maybe 8 out of 10 times Laudrup could well have scored there. Steen Nielsen here hoists the ball to a delicate chip. Laudrup first time didn't really get any potency in the shot. Would have been the darling of the Danish fans tonight if that one had gone in. His brother treads on the ball. That enables Portugal to burst forward in numbers, led by Rui Costa, trying to go all the way himself. Brigade. Laudrup comes a cropper. Pinto says he was going for the ball. The referee contents himself by awarding the Danes the free kick. Guess who? They look so comfortable going forward, these players. And who turns and checks inside Fernando Couto. And here's the cross from Beck. And the corner for Denmark. Some good play from Yesu though initially. Tripped his way past Fernando Couto. Right, the second Danish corner though. To 4-1 by Portugal. It's goals that count. It's one apiece. And it's Laudrup's corner for Denmark. To Michael Laudrup. He's got more space this time. Locked in again here. Here's the chance, and that was a very good chance as well for Klaus Thomsen. Well, the last time Klaus Thomsen was on the score sheet was for Ipswich Town against Stockport County in the Coca-Cola Cup. That would have counted for a little bit more for him. He'd stolen into space there, the back post, got right underneath it. Pinto. 3 in the middle, it's beyond Schmeichel. Dimas, Folia. Folia again. And an appeal for a handball. The referee will have nothing to do with it. Schmeichel is first favourite there. Portugal are about to bring on a third substitute. Interesting contrast there between the two coaches. Denmark sticking with the 11 who started the night. And Portugal now about to bring on Tavares. And it's the number 19 that's being hoisted on the touchline, which tells us that Paulo Sousa, the Juventus player, is the one who will be replaced. Not been as influential in the second half as he was in the first. So Tavares from the Boa Vista club comes on. Boa Vista playing Porto. Tavares comes on to win only his third cap. Now would be so vital. 12 minutes left, 1-1 is the score. A tremendous long ball hit up towards Domingos. Both sides would probably settle for emerging with a 1-1 draw now. Spells on top. Follier. Oh, still Follier, so neat. Lovely piece of skill there. Now Domingos. Oh, that's not going to be a back pass. Schmeichel's not taking the risk, I don't think, but certainly wasn't a back pass. Flew off the ankle of Sloop. Well played by Rui Costa again. This time the free kick is awarded to João Pinto. Seven bookings, just as there were this afternoon's game in Leeds. There are also 2 dismissals in that match, though. Of course, we've had none of those this evening. Some excellent football, and it's Portugal's turn to attack now. And for once, João Pinto wide of the mark with his forward pass. So here comes Helvig. That's for Udinese in Italy. Brian Laudrup past the first man, past the second. The ball in field to Michael Laudrup. Brian Laudrup on the end of it. Well, that would have been a picture goal. Laudrup's elder and younger combining so sweetly. Delicate in execution. Portuguese players back behind the ball, as you would expect with 9 minutes of the game left. Yes, who? Nielsen in for who, stayed in an advanced position and plays a good ball into Mikael Beck. Well, you admire his willingness to have a go, but from that sort of range and angle would have been a miraculous shot to score. It certainly wasn't that. Clearly nobody wants to make a mistake at this late stage. And the stoppage will enable Denmark to make their first switch, with the former Liverpool defender Torben Picnic coming on to replace Klaus Thompson. A good English connection there. The Ipswich man off, the former Liverpool man comes on. Torben Picnic, who's returned to Aarhus, has been a successful one in Denmark. Certainly more successful than his spell at Merseyside. Seven minutes to go. A familiar sight of Laudrup herring forward and being brought down from behind by João Pinto. And he's seen the forward run there by Larsen. Took a good header to contain him. Tavares with his first touch since coming on a substitute a couple of minutes ago. So much fluency about both sides. People willing to run into space. Rui Costa, who's one of those who is so dangerous going forward. He reminds me of Frank Rijkaard quite a lot in his style. This time he's balked by who? It's Nielsen's turn. Driving forward. The steam seems to have gone out of the contest a little bit. Both sides just relying on the counter-attack now. Nielsen, and Beck was offside. There is Antonio Oliveira, who's got a birthday coming up tomorrow, 44th. He's rather hoping to celebrate prematurely with a victory this evening. But I suspect he'll be happy at 1-1, especially having come from behind. A bit of a buffeting there, Domingos, from Mark Ripa. Sappington. Referee showed good awareness there, allowing the ball to get through for Dimas. Oh, the rocket of a shot from Dimas. And the South African-born fullback could well have scored a famous goal there. Dimas winning only his 6th cap, but it's a scything shot and it dipped just over the top. Just the 4 minutes left. I think the Sheffield crowd has thoroughly enjoyed the quality of football. Tavares for Dimas. Portugal ending well here, but that's bound to be offside. Foley was raising his arms as he went on the run, he knew. Danish supporters on their feet at the moment and singing maybe one last effort to raise their side to a dramatic victory. Would be dramatic if they got a goal now. With 3 minutes showing on the electronic scoreboard here at Hillsborough. Portugal's free kick. And Larson has certainly conceded enough in the second half to be somewhat fortunate not to have been shown a yellow card. Those Portuguese fans will feel the journey's been very worthwhile. Portugal play Turkey next. Denmark meeting Croatia. Now Fernando Couto. It's too high, surely. When Oliveira was appointed, he took over from Arthur George, the coach Switzerland yesterday at Wembley. And Carlos Queiroz, his immediate predecessor. He's never popular to begin with, but they've certainly played well enough tonight, Portugal. Get the feeling that the sides have been going through the motions a little bit in the last 15 minutes, just hoping that the opposition might make a mistake and not wanting to overcommit themselves. Very late substitution intended here by Denmark to give Kim Vilfort his first taste of European Championship action this year. Place of Henrik Larsson. Kim Vilfort, who actually captained Denmark in their last international game against Ghana, and who was their hero, along with John Jensen, in that final victory over the Germans. Turns well, as the match got a sting in the tail for us. First 75 minutes were excellent. The last 15 have been a little less spectacular. Of the ball. This is Vilfort, he's going to get a touch of it too. It's their time to summon up a goal. Vilfort had to return home early 4 years ago, and then because of a family illness, he then went back to the finals and proved to be one of the heroes. Now then, one last chance for Denmark here. Corner. Well, it would be a numbing blow for Portugal if they were to lose now, having played so well for such long periods, but it's a Danish corner. Oh, and it's been cleared back to him. Would add insult to injury if they scored. But Vitor Bayer has his hands on the ball, and it looks like staying at one apiece. Portugal can do something there. Domingos, that's the ball from him. Joe Pinto, that's Schmeichel. Oh, he's missed it! And that's a catastrophe almost for Denmark. That would have been a terrible blow for them. Tavares was the man who'd got in, and a rare error by Peter Schmeichel. As he comes out there, flaps really, palms the ball down, and Tavares had the chance to really make a name for himself. Schmeichel furious with his co-defender, but Tavares, in only his third international, could have won the night for Portugal there. Well, that would have been unjust in many ways, well as Portugal have played. If Denmark had lost it like that, that would have been cruel to say the least. The referee says play on. He's finding some extra time from somewhere. 90 minutes has been up on the clock for some time. It ends 1-1. An excellent contest for such a long time, though. Denmark gifted a goal in the first half, an angled drive by Brian Laudrup after Vito Baya's mistake. But early in the second half, Portugal deservedly got back on level terms with Sarpinto's headed first ever goal for Portugal. And then Peter Schmeichel, with a heart-stopping moment at the end, almost presented a goal to Tavares for Portugal. That would have been unjust. The final score was about right. Denmark 1, Portugal 1.